More collaboration between school and kinder. I feel that for the transition of the children to be smooth as well, I feel that it would be good to have more communication with schools. We do a transition statement, but personally I just think that you're going to sit down and just read what's on there. It's good to be able to be chatting and to be seeing them more before the actual school starting.
Could come
have
to
like
us
teachers meetings
and see
with the kinders.
children in action before they actually go to school.
And it would be nice to sometimes have a chat with the teachers rather than just to write all this stuff on paper and send it to them, I think.
We have an interview with families at the start of the year. So we ask the question initially when they first enrol for kindergarten, the question about which school your child will be attending. So right at the start of the year, we're trying to help those families start to think about which school that they might be going to. We have books that we've made up on all the local schools around the area that have photos of what happens at school, and so they're readily available in the book corner at all times. So we go through and we discuss those. We also talk about uniforms, that most schools will have a certain uniform, and again we use those books to support that, and the children can identify which school they'll be going to and which uniform they will be wearing. We do lots of literacy and numeracy as well, and then we'll write our own little story about how we've been to school, what we saw at school, what we liked at school, so all those sorts of things.
We've been doing a transition to school program, I think, quite well for many years, even before I came into the prep unit, where we visit the kinders where students are going to be attending Ranfurly attend. So prior to them coming to school in prep, they've already got a familiar face. So we do visits to all the kinders. We try and talk to all the students who are coming to Ranfurly the next year while we're there, and we do that over a few days in December or November, December, and then we also have we call them come and try days, where the kinder kids who are coming to Ranfurly in the following year will then come and have some prep experiences. So again, they see teachers, they've got some familiar faces, and our hope is that that helps with their transition. The kinder teachers send them to us, whether they drop them in or not, but the kinder teachers get them to us. I like to read it to get to know a little bit more about the child. So if they're feeling a little bit nervous, apprehensive, I can pull something from that statement that I know they like, and it can help to ease their anxieties. So that's how I use them. I encourage my other teachers to use them in that way as well.
A lot of it is done through the service, but it would be a lot better if the schools, the kindergartens and the services could actually work all together, and that way you're not getting a bit from the school, a bit from the kindergarten, a bit from the service. But if we all came together and got on the same page, that would be a holistic view for the child, everyone working towards the common goal and everyone talking in the same language that the whole family understands, and I think that would be the best scenario for any child.
I just can't get over the value of that connection with the other educators and teachers, and also the preschool field officers, the KESOs. Everyone's doing a great job, and to have that all together, it creates a fantastic transition because everyone's got that open communication. And then when you do have your chats with families, you can sort of say, go across, have a chat with Caitlin, and you first names, and it breaks down a lot of those barriers.
How big that building relationships really is. If we don't build relationships with, and it's not only our Koorie children, but specifically with our Koorie children, that's where it needs to start. It needs to be a relationship based, where we're building confidence and trust in one another.
What I've found really valuable for the Reciprocal Visits project is forming relationships with the primary school teachers in the area as well as the early childhood teachers, and in forming those relationships so we're able to communicate efficiently and just make a phone call if we've got questions or if we would like to organise a visit. Forming these relationships were through the meetings that we had for the reciprocal visits, as well as going and visiting the primary school and meeting the teachers and making times where I'm able to see children participating in investigations and activities that are relevant to the early years setting. Through visiting the primary schools, I was able to see a new aspect of teaching and also incorporating not play-based learning, but they call it investigations within the prep classroom, which is really similar to what we're doing in the kindergarten at the moment.
The reciprocal visits I found were really rewarding. We went along to a school that actually works with, I think, 56 children within one very large classroom and 4 educators. What we found is that a lot of the things that we're doing at kindergarten were very much flowing through into the school environment. So a lot of the skills that we'd started to work on, the pre-writing, pre-maths, was certainly in place, and we could see the direct link there. I think the most valuable thing I've learnt from the project is the link with other teachers, the link with the primary schools, to make the time for the meetings, to ask your supervisors to get some time and go and visit. So even if it is a classroom visit, which sometimes is the most valuable thing you can do, is look at the environments and how your children will be learning in that first year of school.
The thing I've really enjoyed the most about being part of this project is the relationships that I've been able to build between our centre and the schools. I think that will help, especially first-time parents heading off to school. If I've already got that relationship established at the school, it will help ease the parents' mind. A lot of our families are very wary of authority figures, and that includes teachers. So it takes a long time to build their trust. So I'm hoping that if I've got the trust of the school, the parents will then find it easier to transition across from us to the school.
This project has really taught me that building trust and forming collaborative relationships between everyone involved in the transition process, they're the key things to supporting children's transition to school. So a highlight would probably be getting to know the other prep and kinder teachers and collaborating with them on a regular basis has been quite powerful.
I think it's been really good, the fact that the teachers are going out there to the kindergartens and are willing are introducing themselves to the kindergarten and to the children, and seeing that difference that has occurred within their mindset, that they're wanting to go out to the kindergarten, introduce themselves and familiarise themselves with the children. And I think it's been really, really good, on how they operate.